How's it going, guys? It's time for show number 3. I mean, if you count the introductory show, this would be show number 3. But it's cool. We're excited. We're excited to have our YouTube channel going. Something we've been thinking about doing since we opened the store in Morristown. We even had a room set aside for it, but that kind of got overtaken with the idea of a video room, which we're going to do a video on just the video room soon, and I think you'll agree it's pretty cool. So today on the show, we want to talk about the top 5 things that I've learned since I've opened a record store, right? Okay, so we started out in Jeff City in February of 2024. Little building there. Outgrew that really quick. And then we moved to our current location in West Morristown the last week of September 2025. We really didn't get any sales or get the door open for business till the first week of October. So we'll call it October. So we're going on our 1-year anniversary in Morristown. So we thought, all right, so we've been doing it for 19 months, and we're almost 12 months at the current location. This is a good time for reflection, right? So let's take a look back at, well, we learned many things, many things. I could do probably 2 or 3 shows on things that we've learned, but let's narrow it down and just talk about the top 5 things that we've learned since we've opened a record store. So the first thing I want to talk about is the money that they leave on the table. It just blows my mind. We live in a world today, it used to be you created a product that you thought was good, you marketed it, you produced it, and then you put it out there for consumption. Now they make a product, they market it, they put it out for consumption, and then a lot of times is when they make it. Now, don't get me wrong. They do make, okay, so we get new releases, right? And the new releases come out. And so they're made. They're there for you. But if we don't get that ordered like a month, 3 to 4 weeks beforehand, we probably miss out on it because it's such a limited supply. So let's say that we hear that a record's being released and we order a copy. And then let's say that this record and this group is popular in our area, in our region. And so we get 15 calls of people wanting it. And now it's only a week and a half till it comes out. We go to reorder it, it's not there. We got to wait till the next pressing, so it goes on back order instantly. So it's just really interesting to me because in the old days, that's not how they did it. You know, they'd press a million, they'd ship them. I got Billboard magazines around here somewhere. It talks about titles of records. It shipped 1 million titles. It shipped. So anyway, that's just really interesting to me, and it just seems like they leave a lot of money on the table. Like we did the Ghost listening party, and we ran out of inventory right away because I didn't expect the amount of people to show up that did. And then so we took orders, and it took me almost a full month to fulfill all the orders because I'm waiting on the wholesalers to get shipments in from the manufacturers. So anyway, it's just so interesting to me how much money they leave on the table. And I don't know that they know it. Maybe they do, and they look at it as cutting risk. If you don't have I guess there's a reason sometimes when you go to a record store, they've got 18 copies of a Barry Manilow or a Debbie Boone record laying around. There's a reason for that, right? Or sometimes you find stuff sealed in the wild. It's got the little cut in it because it was taken out of inventory before it was ever bought. That's loss. It's a lost sale. That's a negative. So maybe that's how they have learned how to lessen that problem. But at the same time, I think they took it to an extreme where they're leaving a lot of money on the table. So anyway, that's one thing that I've learned. Maybe people that have been in it longer than me would disagree with that statement, but I really think they're leaving a lot of money on the table. All right, let's go to number 4. Top 5 things I've learned since opening a record store. Number 4, and this might be the most important, is how to properly read a runout on a record. Okay, so the runout is the space after the last song as the needle's running out to the end, and then it comes back, and if you have an automatic turntable, it ejects. The runout is what I call, I'm a car guy, okay? I love cars. So I call it the VIN number of the record. It tells you usually what plant it was pressed at, when it was pressed, the year, sometimes down all the way to the date. If it's a reissue or an original. Okay, so I didn't pay attention to that a lot, and I didn't know a lot of that before opening the record store. And I've since come to learn. And it's important because you may have a copy of a record that's worth a lot, and then you may have another copy of a record that's not worth a lot, and it's the exact same record. So it's very important to know that. And I've learned this since opening the store and all the records that I've bought in the wild. Thinking about maybe doing a class or a training, I don't know what you call it. I don't want it to sound all official, but just having a little time at the store where you guys can come in and bring records, and we'll check the runouts on them and teach everyone how to do that. I've been thinking about doing that. So if that's something you think you would be interested in attending, let me know down in the comments below. And if I get, even 4 or 5 people to say, yeah, then we might just do that. We might have like an after-hours party where we order some pizzas and we set up some laptops and we go and we research runouts on albums and help you guys better understand that. I know I get questions on that sometimes. People come in and are like, well, how come this one and then this one and then that one? So people have asked questions on that, or how do I know which one I got? So I think it's a question that a lot of people like me, before I opened the store, we didn't quite know that, and maybe you still don't quite know that, and you'd like to learn that, and I'd love to teach you that. So again, in the comments below, if that's something you're interested, let me know. We get a couple people to say, yeah, then we'll definitely put one of those on. It'd be a good, fun thing to do on a cold winter's night, right? All right, here we go. We are up to number 3. The number 3 thing that I've learned that I did not expect to learn opening a record store is how many titles are released each week. Like, we might get 20 on a good week when I'm feeling like, let's spend some money this week. We might get 25 or 30 new titles in. Not copies, just different titles of releases. There are literally hundreds of releases every week. Now, there's some big stores out there. I can think of one right off the top of my head in Arizona. They pretty much order at least one of everything that comes out every week. I don't know how they do it. Number 1, I would need another building. Number 2, we would be broke. We'd be shut down already because, some of this stuff no one knows, no one's buying, and it's just not something that people really know in our area. So that blows my mind. It's cool. It's exciting. Sometimes it's frustrating because, maybe you're looking for that one particular one that I didn't think was high on the demand list, and so I don't order it, and then you're looking for it, and then I got to order it after the fact, and sometimes, as I said before, they're sold out because they're leaving money on the table, right? So this is something that I've learned, and it makes it a challenge to get the right mix of inventory in. Now, having said that, I've also learned, and this is not on my top 5 list, but I've also learned that music is still local, meaning that we sell things in our store that I don't want to say they don't sell in other stores, but some of our top sellers in our store are not top sellers in other people's stores. And I dig that. I think that's cool. I think it's cool that Morristown, Jeff City, Dandridge, Newport, even up to Greenville, where you guys come from, Blaine, Bean Station, Rutledge, this is where our people come from. Some even Strawberry Plains, some even come from East Knoxville. I just think it's cool that we've got our music, and that's what you guys come in and buy. And it's really interesting. So, we've updated our website to where if it's out there, you can pre-order it or order it once it's released. So if you're on our website and you see a new release, and if you click the tab New Releases, and then it says More, you click that, and then there's one more tab you can click where it says Show All. So if you're looking for that rare, obscure record that's coming out this week, that you don't think that maybe we'd order it, you can order it yourself and have it shipped right to you. Or you can call the store. Always call the store, send us a Facebook message, send us an email. Hey man, can you guys get this in stock? I think I'd like to come get it. You definitely can do that. But yeah, that's a big thing I've learned since opening the store is just how many new releases every week. It's mind-boggling and impossible to stay up on top of. So, we've tried to been ordering what's popular. And I think I'm going to steer away from that a little bit and go more towards what I think you guys want because we're a little bit different of a store. And that leads me in to number 2 and number 1. And these two kind of are married to each other. They're kind of like the flip side of the same thought, but they're both things that I've learned. So I want to share these and talk about this. So number 2 is what people buy. Number 1 is what people don't buy. All right, so kind of going back to number 3 here about, so many releases coming out each week. How do you know which ones to order, et cetera, et cetera? I feel like I'm getting to know you guys a little bit better. And I'm getting to know that we don't necessarily sell top 40 the day top 40 comes out. Like if you really like this artist, you probably follow them online and you probably order it from their website and you're not rushing to the store on a Friday to get it. that's the case a lot of times. But now if you walk into the store and you just come to, to dive around in the bins and see what's there, and you see something that's popular right now, you may pick it up. So I'm not saying we don't sell top 40. We do. It's just not that hot item typically. There's exceptions to every rule, but it's just not that hot item typically on the day that it's released. Whereas there may be something else that we sell that genre more of that has come out that will sell, okay? Example, just this week, okay, Halloween comes out with a new record, okay? People actually called looking for that. Last week, Sabrina Carpenter comes out with a new record, right? Probably the #1 record of the week, I think it was. That or Laffy. Well, okay, it's top 3 for sure. I think we sold 1 copy, okay? But that will sell over time as it sits in the store and you guys come in and you're diving through and you're looking through and you're there and here and there and there. It'll go, it'll move, it will move. But it's not people calling asking for it and coming out to get it. So it's interesting what people buy, and I'm still learning that, and I don't think I'll ever master that. I hope I don't ever master that. I don't want to know you so well that I become your algorithm and I can predict what you want. I don't want that. That takes away the personalized of it. That takes away you calling me like, hey man, can you get this for me? Maybe that's an aggravation to you, but I think it's cool. It's human interaction. It's me. Hey, my people love this. Let's do this for this guy. Or hey, I know maybe you're sitting at home like, man, I don't see this record online. I don't see it here. I know who will get it for me. Dave will get it. Dave at Soundtracks will get it. Or Savannah or Vic, I'm going to call a store right now. And you call a store and yeah, we can order that for you. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to become your algorithm where I'm predicting what you're going to buy and I perfect it to the point where we lose that interaction. So I hope that's okay with you. But at the same time, I do want to get a little bit better at it so that when you guys come down looking for something, it's in the store. And I think I'm starting to figure a little pieces of that out. So it's interesting what you buy, but it's even more interesting what people don't buy. Big releases this year: Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, Benson Boone, Laffy, Sabrina Carpenter. There's been some titles out this year, and you take this back, let's say we take this back to the 80s, and that'd be like a Madonna and a Prince and a Cyndi Lauper and a Bruce Springsteen all coming out in the same year, and those things push some units, and these artists are pushing some units as well nationally. They're not pushing as many in Morristown, Tennessee, and that's really interesting to me, and it's something that I'm still learning, and it makes me feel like I'm part of you. It makes me feel like I'm part of your community and the community, and it's encouraging. It's not a thing of frustration. It's interesting. It's challenging. I love the challenge, and I love getting to know you guys. I love talking music with you. I've said this before, I'll say it again, I thought I knew music when I opened this store. I didn't know nothing. You guys are teaching me so much, and it's so cool, and I love it. But yeah, that's probably the top 5 things that I've learned since we've opened Soundtracks, and we're going up on a year's time now. So maybe we'll update this again at the end of the year, or maybe another 6 months down, and see what else we can learn, because it's part of the fun of going in there every day is, what are we going to learn today? What are we going to discover today? What are we going to get introduced to today? Who are we going to have a conversation with that's going to educate me today about things I didn't know? I can't explain to you how much I love that. It's just so awesome. So anyway, thanks for supporting the store. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget, give it a like, give it a follow, ring the bell so you get the notifications. Tell your friends about it. We're trying to grow this thing from scratch, from ground zero all the way up. So let everyone know that we're here. We're on YouTube, and we're going to try to make this as fun as we possibly can. Keep the videos under a half hour as much as we can, and just have a good time with it, and then get you guys involved. So as this thing grows, we want to get you involved. So come tell us some things about, what do you buy and why, and where do you get your popular stuff, and then where do you go to get your little bit harder to find stuff, and have we become a source for you? Like, are we an option now? Like, maybe there's this website, or this artist, or that artist. Are we on the list? Are we on the radar? Because we want to be. That's what we're working towards. So we want to hear from you. Let us know. So comments are welcome. But if you want to shoot us a video, would love to have videos from you. We'll put those videos together. We'll make a video and we'll put it out there on our channel for other people to see and interact with and know about, and just keep this whole thing community based. So that's what we're looking for. Don't forget, we got the new website, soundtracksrecords.com. You pretty much can order anything new, releases, prior releases, top 40, huge releases, and those one-offs that you just, maybe no one else knows about. So we're excited to have that website. I think that's going to help us fulfill orders, and I think if we're not on your radar as an option of I know where to go to find that one, I think this website is going to help us become that. So that's our hope. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.